Nah.
That ain't it, fam.
Me?
That ain't it.
I'm looking at both cameras.
I was gonna say that.
Yep.
Are you saving up for a car? No, that's what no.
Nothing is wrong with you. Don't you want peace?
Good grief. And just being able to express.
All right. Hey, y'all. Welcome to your Safe Here podcast. My name is Destiny. Today, I have a couple of guests with me. I'm going to start to my right. I have Mr. Booda.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I also have JP to my left.
Yes, sir.
And on the end, I have Miss Robyn with me. All right. And today, we're going to talk about protecting Black women. All right. So to get it started, I want to know, when you hear the phrase protect Black women, what comes to mind? And we can start with you, Booda.
Oh wow, the pressure. It's a few things. As a man, you have one aspect, but to truly know what that means, you have to listen to a woman. You have to pay attention, because my protection for a Black woman may not be the kind of protection that she needs.
Correct.
So then it's kind of
Correct.
it's kind of pointless
Okay.
if I'm protecting you in a way that you don't require it.
That makes sense. What about you, JP?
I mean, to pretty much speak back off what he was saying, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's different from each female from what I experienced. You gotta basically, have a conversation with them, see how they would like to be protected. Some, it may be nurturing. It may be just listening to them. It may be checking, yourself or educating yourself on certain situations. In corporate America, maybe, that she may be getting passed over by a promotion that she felt like she deserves. When she come home and rant, it may not be, she may want you to hear her out instead of just thinking that she's being dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think of that aspect too. That's another, it's a lot to unpack, but I think that's something you just got to talk with your significant other. You're a Black woman, you're a queen, and, and just, undress it and talk about it.
Okay. Robyn?
Got me nervous.
I just want to know, what do you think about when you hear about protect Black women?
To be honest, it's just how I grew up with my daddy.
Mm-hmm.
My daddy implements that Black man, that figure that I want in my life to be my partner.
Mm-hmm.
How he treats my mom is all love, respect. He treats like the queen that she is.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't do that for me, baby, I don't need you.
So it seems like right now the dominant focus when you hear protect Black women is in a romantic sense. Or necessarily not even just a romantic sense, but maybe it's that familiar sense as well. Just like you said, your family, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you said your daughter, your wife, and you were thinking more significant other, right? And then you said that again as your father in that family aspect. So then I am looking for what is that broader conversation on protecting Black women, because a lot of things happen. It is not just going to be someone that you're immediately close to.
Sure.
Do you still protect Black women?
Absolutely.
So how do you go about that? What does that look like?
It looked like, pretty much just you would, for me, for instance, if I went out and about, I had an incident way back when I was home, way back, we was out having a good time, and, I knew, a Black queen. I knew I went to school with her, cool with her, some dude disrespecting us at the casino, put his hands on him. So, I faded his ass up.
Right.
So I think it's just also all the way around. We just need to protect our Black women in general. Period.
Okay.
That's from ourselves, our friends, strangers. Because like I said, the day and age with everything that's going on, with Black America, our Black community, how we get looked down with all the stuff that is going on in our Black community, the bigotry that's going on, the 2021 skinheads and all that stuff going on. So, it's almost like it's hunting season almost when it comes to Black women and also Black men. But, so I would think it's just broad. I think it's just us being close to the community, period, as Black men, as kings, be protectors. It's just if you see, a Black woman or a queen or just a the black woman getting disrespected. I feel it is our responsibility, our obligation to at least say, hey, bro, chill out. You know, have more respect for it. So I think, you know, we do that amongst each other, hold ourselves accountable. I think, you know, that'll rectify a lot of things.
I know one of my things when it came to someone I did not know back in my club going days or whatever, you know, you out, you people watch.
Right.
So you always see the aggressive men, you know, drunk kind of tipsy. Hey girl, how you doing? So I pay attention. If I see like a body language get kind of uncomfortable, I kind of make eye contact with them. You know, kind of like interference or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So I come in, what's up, bro? What's up, babe? I'm sorry, I'm a little late.
Yeah, I remember that. I didn't do that to you. I remember.
Yeah, and just get him the fuck out of the way because I see what it's going.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And not even try to, you know, hit on or something like that. Like, you know, nice to meet you.
Right.
I'll be around, just holler if you need me or whatever.
Yeah.
But
and the thing about that, they respect that too. Like like even though I know some women always think that we're trying to hit on them, which I understand. I understand that too because I'm pretty sure throughout the day, you know, you get hit on quite a lot. So I mean, it's not also sometimes it's not always, you know, as simple as us trying to hit on you. It's as simple as, you know, okay, I mean, you need help, you know, and also I think some black women get out that nurturing as feel like you have to take on everything by yourself.
Exactly.
Because I know sometimes you feel like you have to, you know, battle the world and come home and do that too.
Exactly.
And I think as some black women, they need to come home, let us, you know, like that's what I said about the nurture. You know, come home, let us, you know, cry on our show if you gotta cry. You know, I know just like us, we have our black men, we have our, you know, days where we feel like we battle in the world, you know, feel like all the pressure's on our shoulders. Sometimes we want to come home and whine. You know, I know, you know, our black queens want to do the same thing. So that's another thing I think that more, you know, black women need to do is, you know, come home, let us, you know, be that shoulder you cry on, you know, vent to us, tell us what's going on so we can help you communicate. So I think that also will help, you know, in the process of, you know, getting there. So
that's one thing that I did have to learn. Was anybody?
No, keep going.
One thing that I did have to learn is like when she comes home from the world, the house is her sanctuary. So you know, you come home and rub your feet, you're venting. I understand that sometimes as men we want to solve problems. Right. So you come in, you talk to me, I'm immediately trying to solve it.
True.
She had to push me back one day, like, I just want you to hear me.
Hear me. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And even though sometimes you come over or whatever, she can be dead wrong. Right. Let me tell you what they did. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, you were in the wrong. I gotta bite my tongue.
Right, but you can't. You gotta get right.
How dare she? You gotta round. She got you fucked up, man. No, she dead right. You do. That's one thing I had to learn to just be there for her. You know? Just let her vent, and you know, let her unwind, decompress. Right.
I also like to, you know, I like what you said. We as men that protector, we do have that you know, that clip where you like, hey, you know, let me go. No, you know, sometimes that's not what she needs at that protector. Right. You know, she just want you to, you know, be there for her, hear her out, let her vent till you get it all out. So. I think that's key. That's you know, something she'll regret forever. You know, love you for. Something she feel like she come home and just once that door closed, the bra come off, she get undressed at the door and just just let it all out. So I think that's you know that's real big.
Now you mentioned something. You said you jumped in when you jumped in basically physically.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Now I know. Right. Like now I know some men would feel differently. Like if you see that on the street, like I'm not interfering because at the end of the day, you know, you never know what
that's
they
true.
got.
That's true. But like think about it, I knew her.
Okay.
That's what I told my dog. Like we grew up, like we grew like back in the gap, like when we was like kids, like we grew up. So I know her. I know how she moved. I know her attitude. Like
so if you didn't know her,
but I still would check it though. Like if I see, hey bro, I say, hey, you know, I don't mind. I don't know what's going on. I say, hey bro, I don't know what's going on, but you know, hey, we don't need to do that. That's like, they ain't the way. Like I'm not like it's certain situations. Like if I know you, like so say you know one of my own I'm cool with, like I'm gonna check you. Like say, bro, what it is. Like you ain't gonna put your hands on this one. So if I know you, I'm gonna step to you. I'm gonna check you. But if I don't know you, if I still see it, I'm still gonna approach it. I may approach it with a different mindset, may approach it with a different aggression, but I'm still gonna approach it like, hey man, you know. like I said, you can't make another grown man. You can't make another grown man, act a certain way. But the only thing you can do is try to persuade him, give him another avenue, another option to get to said, conclusion, wherever that may be. So step to, hey, bro, I don't know what y'all going on, but don't do this out here. They already think we act a certain way anyway. So don't give them another reason to think that. Just y'all go to car talk. Y'all gotta do talks, whatever it may be. But I think like I said, that's another go back to what I was saying. We need to hold each other accountable, our homeboys accountable. Absolutely. So so that's the main thing.
Just went right into my next question.
Oh, okay.
Do guys ever tell their homeboys that they are just being plain old creepy?
I can't speak for every circle, but I think every circle should. I think if you truly, and y'all truly homeboys, you truly know your homeboys, like, you should be able to, check your homeboy if he's in there wrong. Like, period. Like, if I see my homeboy, like, bro, you're wrong for that. Like, if you feel like I'm acting a certain way, if you feel some type of animosity, because we're grown men, and we know each other. We say, hey, bro, you need to chill out. Don't do that. Don't do like that. Now, I'm not gonna, like, I can't just hop and spot a relationship. Like I said again, only thing I do, I can check him, let him know he was in the wrong. Now from there, some men take it differently. Some if you're truly his homeboy, you truly about your grown man shit. Like, you'll self-reflect, and you like, you know what? You're right. You're right. I'm gonna fall back. I was in the wrong. I'm gonna talk to him. Whatever it may be.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when they're intoxicated, because people love losing when they're intoxicated.
Yeah.
And so if we're in a public atmosphere and they pushing up on them, just saying that, hey, bro, chill out.
Yeah.
And I go to apologize. Now I'm so sorry. Yeah. I got no worry about
right.
But as you get older and you see that it's repetitive, those are people that you kind of distance yourself from.
Correct.
Because it's like birds of a feather. It's like, dude, I'm not on that type of time.
Right.
It's still all love, but I'm not going there. Right. So I gotta.
Yeah, that's
So
Shaq, has there ever been a time that you felt like you were not being protected?
Yeah. I mean, let's stop. I mean, which aspect? Relationship or not?
Which one would you like to go for?
Oh, okay, let's talk about non-relationship.
None. Okay.
I mean, there's different. I'm a woman, so of course we have our moments where guys definitely come up to you in certain different ways or whatever. I've had the disrespectful, they're gonna beat your ass.
Oh wow!
Straight to
it. Well,
I like the honesty, but hold on. I don't even know your name.
You got to the point, though.
Hey.
Him being around the bush, you went straight to it. Him being around the
big
bush.
joker.
Where was his homeboy to tell her, like, nah, you probably should.
And that's the thing there, like, or do you? There's
homeboy say this shit to y'all?
I mean, like people I roll with, we don't like I said, like to go back to what he was saying. Like none of my homeboys were like, and don't get me wrong, you go through phases.
Yeah, of course.
It's like when you growing up, like it was growing up, you wanted, hey,
yeah, like that's
funny. Don't entertain it.
Exactly, but like when you was young, like like I said, when you're surrounded by that, you see that a lot. You grow up. That's what you think that's in your mind. Okay, so that's how I go about approaching them. So like you don't know what you don't know. So at that particular time, you see that. So it's like hey, you think that's cool until you start doing it and you start seeing the female reaction to see that the reputation you get, and then like from there, like say each one teach one. So like so my homeboy, if I see that I'm like, hey bro, yeah, that ain't how we do this. So I mean, now with all my homeboy back home, we know each other for 30 plus years. So all of us, we don't act like that. So like, I mean, it was like, I'm step to you, I'm gonna talk to you. If you ain't feeling it, all right, cool. I mean, I'm sorry you don't feel it. I can't say that I'm disappointed. And just keep it moving. So I mean, like I said, it's no disrespect. That's what I said. I think that's why I said we hold each other accountable. If you hold each other accountable for a certain action towards black women, or women in general, but we're talking about black women, our black queens. So we gotta hold on to a higher pedestal, a higher standard. So if I see another, if my clique or my circle, if we can't ourselves respect our black women, then I mean, how can we expect somebody else to? Or how can I expect to do, like I said, if he see me approaching a female, he said, man, I pulled her home, she didn't like that shit, but oh boy, he look like he's smooth, he got the number, so let me try this approach. So I mean, it could trigger something, but each some people stubborn.
That's a grown man right there.
So that's just how it is.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
I don't like you come talk to me. You can try your shot. Whatever. I'm going to let you shut you down. It is what it is.
Oh my.
But no, I mean, I'm being honest.
I don't want to get shut down. It builds character. Bring tough skin.
But I'm not gonna be rude about it. But then when you keep want to try and push and then you grab me, now don't touch me. Do not touch me. That's when I'm gonna get physical with you now. Now I'm gonna cuss your ass out.
Right.
And then you can't understand me. Don't do that, because now I'm gonna kiss you.
Right.
That's when we have a problem. Now, has any of their friends step in? No, they're the ones that are egging it on. And it's like, oh, she's just a bitch. Yeah, I'm gonna be that. I promise I'll be that.
Oh, she's stuck up.
I sure am. Yeah, baby, you ain't never gonna get it.
Them boys. I hate to say it like mindset wise.
Yeah.
But like you said, birds with feathers. Like if you don't have nobody in the crew that's actually not afraid to speak out against it or not afraid to check his homeboy. That's it. Go back to checking yourself and your homeboy. If you got somebody that's scared to check your homeboy, be like, hey, bro, you was foul. Like, that's not cool. Like, you don't need to, I understand she may not, she didn't want to talk. She could have had a bad night. You could have just said, hey, want to talk about it? Can I buy you a drink? I mean, you never know. Could be different ways, different avenues to break the ice. Like, she may have been all, on go mode. Like, she probably been all business until you just, like, she realized you just really want to know that. And she may have come down. She may, okay, well, he don't seem like he's a total bitch. All right. May give him a chance. Maybe talk to him. So it's, you never know. So like I said, for him to just, automatically go from, that you a bitch, that's not cool though. But like I said, that when that's all you know, that's all you know.
Yeah.
And it's even scarier being a woman. Because it's like you can't even politely turn
exactly.
down.
Exactly.
You hearing in the news.
Right. Women get
shot.
Yeah.
Because they turn no thank you.
Just like, give you my number.
Right.
Are you serious?
Right. And that's a scary part too. That's what I said. It's hard. I know it's hard being a woman nowadays, especially with these, these boys all around with this, I guess a sense of entitlement.
Right.
As if, hey, you don't know you girl. I got my pants down. I got these fake diamonds. You better get to know me. Like you don't know.
Even that has happened.
Yeah, I feel like girl, you don't see the Gucci shoes. You better get to know me.
Me and my friends at the club, like a water cash. So I'm sitting here spending money, and I gotta
shit like that. Like,
and I'm like, what's mean to me? Like you ain't got nobody to like, what's up?
Because men like that, that's all they know. That's all they know. Like all they know is flash. They never dealt with a woman who has her own money, her own career. They used to deal with them birds. So when you used to deal with birds, I mean that's how you get birds.
That's how you move with breadcrumbs.
That's how you get them with breadcrumbs. I mean you pull out a water cat, birds gonna come fly. So that's all you know. That's what it just when you're stuck in that environment, that mindset. That's all you know. It's hard to get a grown man, especially a grown man. It's when you stuck in that mindset for so long and you constantly do it over and over and over and over, and year after year after year, you turn that like 33, 34, 35, you 40 years old, you still wearing FUBU, cornrows and
oversized shirts,
tall tees, something like that.
Exactly.
Don't get wrong now. Jabos come back, I might throw some but still, I mean, like, at a certain point, you at least got to grow up mindset, right? You got to mature. You got to, you can't keep doing the same stuff. But like I said, product of the environment. I mean, it's hard for somebody who grew up in the hood all their life and be in the hood all their life to, think a certain way, think outside the box. So, I mean, it's like an entrapment. It's hard. Right. I grew up in the same, I basically got out. So I was able to see stuff outside the hood operate instead of
different.
Exactly. So I mean, for me, that helped me out a lot too. So I wasn't, had that narrow-minded, shouted. I developed different vocabulary. Yeah. I know how to talk to women. Exactly. You know how to deal with you know how to deal with rejection. Some people don't know how to deal with rejection at all. That's case of point. When you told what is, he said, hey, he never dealt because he don't know what rejection feel like. He don't know it's okay to be told no. Every female ain't for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Every female ain't for you, so.
What point? I mean, I have a question.
I mean, it's different for everybody. For me, it's different for everybody. I can't sit here and say how, like when it hit me, it's gonna be the same when it hit somebody else. Some people may not hit it at all. You can go to the hood right now and find somebody that's like maybe 50, 45, 50 years old, still got that same mindset, still. Hey, y'all.
She's not an old man.
It's no matter. Like I said, exactly. So
I even laugh at them because I'm like, I can just push you over right now.
But that's my mindset. It's like it's different for everybody. For me, like I said, I go back to what he's saying. It's it's the people you keep around you. The people you keep in your company. Like if you keep good people, some people who's going to hold you accountable in every aspect of life, whether it be working, whether it be you take care of your kids, being a man, job related, anything really. If you got good, strong people in your corner that's gonna hold you accountable in all aspects of life, then you constantly you eventually get out of that role. But if you don't have that, it's damn near impossible. It really is. It's get to the point to where you gotta get your comfort zone. Like it's okay to meet new people. It's okay to try new things. But if you're constantly doing the same thing, you're gonna constantly get the same result. It's like insanity. You can't really expect a different result if you're not doing things different. So,
True. Now, what aspect y'all think, or point in time y'all think this era had changed to where it's not about protecting a black woman? It's not about because back then, you normally that would happen.
It would happen.
But now it's just
it seems like men have the attitude that
she for herself.
Women are she's black and strong and she got it. Like where did that turn, and how do we correct that as a whole?
Yeah.
Because we know it's not just gonna be on the men. Like the women have to do something too.
Exactly. Like now, we act strong.
Shoot y'all shot then. Go shoot y'all shot. Go shoot y'all shot.
Ain't no rejection now.
Don't shoot y'all shot then. Don't shoot the shot.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, that's a possibility. But I'm not simply saying that every female. I know some people are totally against it.
Definitely.
Which like I said, but it's nothing wrong with I don't know. Like back in the day, they used to be kind of like nowadays feel like you gotta be Miss Cleo pick up on hands. Like, you gotta be a palm reader. You gotta look at him. Oh no, don't look at it. If I want you, I'm gonna look at it.
And we do the same thing.
I be across the room though. I can't pick up on that. You need to pull up a chair like come to that ball right next to me. Like I want you to come right next to me.
I'm gonna be right here at the bar. I'm gonna sip my drink and I'm gonna be.
I need to dance on you. That's all you need. You can get up and down. Let's go.
That's fine. You gonna see me early wise, baby. If you do not push me from there, baby, that's it. I can't give you nothing else.
I see that, but like I said, something like that, then but like some guys too, like just like female don't like rejection, like some guys don't like rejection. Some guys deal with it.
Nobody likes rejection.
I don't mind. I've been rejected so many times. I don't even care.
As a woman, we try to stay in our spot, in our place. I feel that's our place. Like, hey, I'm gonna let a man do his job as a man. Right. You come up to me.
True.
You
True. As you should.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with saying, hey, let them come to you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm just simply saying too though. Like I know some female, hey, just if you got somebody you got to do who ain't moving, hey, you might have nudge them. I don't know.
Listen, and that's fine. I'm not gonna lie and say I've done it. I've done it.
Okay.
I've done it before. I shot my shot.
Okay.
I made another one, but I shot my shot.
She said, I shot zero.
No, not zero, baby. I made all of them, but I'm
So you got 50%. That's all.
Yeah. I'm 70-30.
You good.
I ain't used to that. They still ain't used to that rejection shit. I said, like, this shit dead. I ain't doing this no more.
But get back to that, I really don't know, like, if that person don't have no type of accountability or self-reflection, I don't know if you really can change the mindset of something. I really don't know.
Where, you said what era do you think it changed?
Yeah, good point.
Ooh, I think it's a combination of things. You definitely need strong role models in your life. a strong male presence. So that's one.
That's another.
If you don't have a strong male presence, now these kids are having babies younger and younger, so it's kids raising kids. And then at the same time, all these young princesses, queens and stuff, they start not demanding as more as they should. They're settling for less. So a combination of all of that, shit, I mean, where's the respect? Nobody else is teaching the respect.
That's true.
Or what I deserve, what they deserve.
Right. You don't see it. They don't know.
Yeah. So it's a combination of things.
So you feel like a dude coming up with water cat, like you said, dude, if you don't have somebody in your life to show you that, hey, man, you get it, that's temporary. That's that, man. That's not something that's going to, add value to your life. That's just, it may add something to your pockets, but it ain't going to add nothing to your life.
Right.
Nothing tangible. It's not really going to add, equate to anything. So it's like, like you said, you got to have, some, whether it be, back home I used to do like a little big, Big Brother, stuff like that. Whether, that could be a step, something like that. You may have somebody, but like I said, it's going to take a good bit, Like way I say, if you can reach back and just grab one, just teach one, man. You get, you're doing,
some cycles, man.
Right. At least one. I'm not saying you're not gonna get everybody. It's always gonna be people slip through the cracks, and they always have, always will be. But like I said, if it's a code back in the hood, because back in the hood, when I grew up, it was a code. Like if you see potential in somebody, or if you see somebody doing something, like you stop them, you sit them down, you talk to them, you pull them up, say, hey, bro, you got potential, you be better than this. You just, it used to be a code back when I was growing up, but now it just seems like they just see all these boys as, run boys, do boys, run whatever it may be, just grab them and just, and bring them along, don't try to break the cycle. It's just, they try to just perpetuate the cycle, just keep it going. So it's like, unless until we do that too, like hold our community accountable, our neighborhood accountable, which is hard to do.
Yeah.
You got when all them young boys see all that flash money, rims, music videos, cars, jewelry, it's easy to glamorize that, it's easy to get into it. So I mean it's fuck this, fuck that, get money, and not education or just get a trade. You don't have to it's not necessarily gotta be, education on college. It's getting something where you can, a trade. That's one thing I could have, if I went back, if I didn't go to college, that's one thing I wish I would have done. I would have got a trade.
Okay.
Could have went a long way. Still may do it anyway.
So, I guess speaking of, like you said, the flashy, in the lights, pop culture, how about, let's talk about Tory Lanez and Meg Stallion. Right? That is still unresolved at this point, but I know everyone had an opinion or something to say. Right? So, Robyn, you gave us a look. Let's go.
I mean, hey, listen.
What does that mean?
I mean, I think it was just handled wrong. The whole situation was handled wrong. Like, it sounded whatever it sounded. We don't know what happens.
I just about to say some things to this day. We don't
know what happened.
We do know Meg got shot.
Yes.
We do know Tory Lanez was involved, but it's like everything in between. What led up to that? What happened after that? Like there's a lot we don't know about.
So I can't say she's lying. I can't say he's lying. I can't say,
But we do know she got shot.
Yes. We do know that.
And the gun, they said the gun was Tory. I don't know.
Right. And they said
the gun was his. So
but I mean, how many people was in the limousine with y'all? And why is it only focused on y'all two? And the friend, whoever the friend is. But, like he said, she said, okay, they say he a little bitch. We don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
he could be. She might have hurt his feelings because he's short. We don't know.
That's true.
I don't know. She's a big girl.
So she hurt his feelings. She
might have hurt his feelings. And he got his shot. He might be one of them soft niggas. We don't know.
That's good.
I'm not saying that he is, though. Let's make that clear. I'm not saying that. But, she said he shot her. I mean, I'm not calling her a liar, but who knows the truth? Only them two. He still ain't got arrested for it, so.
At the same time, if it is true, if he did do it, like you said, it's a code.
Yeah.
We grew up on. When it comes to violence, no women, no children.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's it.
And that's a woman. Right.
So that's
right.
That's a strong woman, but that's a woman.
Yeah, that's the woman. No, exactly. And that's the thing I did. Code. It's like it's no code anymore. Like, if you see these, these videos keep popping up, you see women getting violated, women getting disrespected, kids getting shot up. It's just
child dying.
Right. It's
just a gun violence. Y'all just.
It's just ruthless. They have no sense of like, no respect for like, no sense of code, no, it's sad because like I said, it never used to be like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, it used to be some people disrespect females, but it like it was a code.
Yeah, it never got that. It never got to that point until
to where it is now.
Yeah.
And
I think it goes back to that.
And elderly.
Oh, y'all about to say elderly.
Yeah.
But I think it definitely goes back to like, babies having babies. Because, back in the day, you had your mother, maybe your dad, but definitely somebody was teaching you that little aspect of self-respect and respect for your elders. Respect for older.
So then how about some of those babies that are born from the creepy uncle in the family?
I mean, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, it
like,
does happen. But again, that's still a
and
child
then
having a child.
our family covers that up.
Yeah, and that's
so how do we stop that in our black families as well?
That's a general curse that needs to be broken. Now it's
it comes to speaking up again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold your family accountable. And you see it goes on in your family, regardless of that blood. Like I said, because they blood, just because they blood don't mean they remain family. Just because they blood don't mean they family. So I mean, if you see somebody doing wrong, like regardless, like I know there's some people like that. Well, that's family. I can't. No, you correct that. That's in your family. You correct that. Like period. Like it's like if you see a creepy uncle, like we talking about touching. Or whatever kid will
any type of
wrongdoing.
Trigger warning, content warning, rape, molestation.
Okay, my bad.
No, we're just saying it's true.
We're just making sure.
No, this might be a little tough for y'all to listen to.
All right,
but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying anything like that. Period. Like any wrongdoing in the family. Period. Whether it be a creepy uncle, whether it be aunties, regardless what it is. Like for one, if you're with family, family should be able to talk. Amongst each other. Families should come to each other with, regardless of what it may be. Typically. I know it's not always the case with families, but you can come to the table or come to have a family meeting, whatever it may be, and you hash out some stuff, talk about some stuff, this is about whatever it may be. Sometimes it may not be like that, but, typically, that's what you need to do. Like, if you see something going on in the family, you just have to check it. Like, you cut this out. Like, well, I don't want you all, or it may be, you may have to step in and be like, you know what, I'll, bear some responsibility, whether you come check on them or you may take them out or see if you can help them along the way, wherever it may be, try to help that kid out or, he, she, whatever it may be. See if you can probably kind of be like a light in their life to kind of, guide them down the wrong street. So, I've had that done in our family, plenty of times with my cousin, my auntie, she chose down the wrong path, but luckily, throughout the family, was able to pick up slack, help him out, help my cousin out, give him along the ways and stuff like that. Try to help him, and he's doing great to this day. I don't want to go into details, but he's doing great. The husband, the father, doing great. It's just family got to step in, pick up the slack sometimes.
And that was a situation that I was kind of like ignorant to coming up to. Because I thought that was just some shit that only happened in like movies.
Yeah, that's
like I didn't hear about it, and I'm not saying that it didn't happen. God forbid it did in my family, but it was kept.
That's the thing there.
Right.
That's the problem, and especially in a black. Everybody wants to that's something we don't talk about, and that's the problem.
Right.
No, that's something that we do need to talk about because now when I have kids and they want to come around that person, you tell me I have to let my child do goddamn thing,
or you don't know that your child is being
around that
person, and you don't know their history because the family kept it so hush.
Yes, and that's the problem. That's the problem that they're having now in black families. We need to stop putting everything on hush hush. Put that motherfucker up on Front Street. Either
make him represent sex offender,
exactly, or just accept. Sometimes that don't have to happen. Hey, you cut off. You gonna do stuff shit like that, like you're cut off. My child, now if I was willing, if I have kids or whatever, hey, my baby say they don't feel comfortable around you, you're not gonna be around them.
Right.
And that's pretty simple. kids know. Kids have those
Absolutely.
feelings. You know, they know when it's something a little off with you. They're not gonna want to be around you, and that's stuff that you have to listen to with kids.
Right.
Kids are way smarter than everybody really
Give
want to
them credit for.
give them credit for it. You know.
Yeah.
So
It wasn't until I started like really dating, and almost every girl that I was with, or young woman, they had told me that something had happened. That blew my fucking mind. It like broke my fucking heart. Like almost like the percentage is so fucking high. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Dude? And so that just made me start to. It opened my eyes to like. So.
What we got back? Trigger shit. Come on.
Okay. Well then, let's move it along. Okay. How about those relationships with your friends? Say you have like your female friend, and you see maybe she's in a relationship that is physically abusive.
Oh no, that's
Where-
fucking fly.
Hold on.
I'm sorry. I'm about to say, I know what I'm gonna do.
My question is, sometimes there is that you have to respect her boundaries because maybe she's still gonna keep going back no matter what you say, what you do.
Right.
And then it's still, you feel like you have to do your part in protecting her. So how would you balance that, manage that? What are y'all's take on that? Because initially, I know everyone's like, "Nah, I'm fucking this nigga up." So like,
that goes okay. That's without a doubt for the first time, maybe the second time. But when it gets to the third and fourth time, baby, hey, now I'm not gonna catch a case because you're gonna keep going to this dirty man. Like, come on, you might have a black eye. Like, I can't be getting one for you either. Like, that's not gonna work. You gonna catch me at least one time.
Yeah.
No, that's hard.
Yeah, that is it. That's I mean, like if it's my own, I'm still gonna be there for her, but like I said, I'm gonna be brutally honest too at the same time. Like I don't hold when it comes to my friends. Like if you're my friend, and we are truly what you would sense the essence of what a friend should be. Like I'm not a yes friend. Like I'm not one of them. Never have been. Nobody around me. We don't do that. We tell each other what we need to hear. Even when we don't want to hear it, we tell each other what they need to hear, period. So for me, I was, I let her know, like, straight up, like, this is not healthy. Like if you want me to go tune this nigga up, I can go do that. Like, if it's in my presence, I'm gonna tune him up on the spot. Like, you're not, like, that just me. Like, I don't need your consent. Like, if I see him put his hands on you in my presence, I'm gonna tune him up. Like, on the spot. Dead ass on the spot. So, but like you said, you always have them. So you may have them want to keep going back, because she may feel like she's not good enough, or she may feel like she's, supposed to be in love, or she may be, so low self-esteem, or he may broke her down mentally to where the point where she feel like she don't deserve or know any better, or feel like she deserves what she's getting, and if I have a friend like that, then I feel as a friend. Because I feel like, if you're my friend, I'm going to build you up. Like, I'm going to let you know your worth. I'm going to I'm going to bring you with me, regardless it may be, let you know what's going on, be real with you. Show, I feel like, if I see my friend struggling to that point, I feel in a certain degree like I failed my friend. That's just my mindset. So with me, that's how I feel. But like I said, at the same time, if she keep going back to him, I'm going to let her know. I'm gonna give her tough love, let her know she some people can't have that. Some people want you to cuddle them, some people want you to, tell them everything gonna be right, tell them, but I think that's why I struggle, because I'm brutally honest. I may tell you something, you may run off, may not want to hear from me again. And you may not come back and talk to me about it. And that's and that's one thing I don't want to happen. Because luckily I haven't had a situation like this, thank God. But I have a feeling like if I'm brutally honest, like she's going to shut down and not want to confide in me or talk to me about it anymore. And that's going to, if anything, that's going to scare me the most, because at that point, ain't no telling what's going to be going on with her, behind closed door with that abusive individual. So, I may get a phone call, one day, that may be it. So luckily, I can't really speak on like the, as in having experience, but that's just my mindset, what I would do. But it's definitely a two-way street.
I cannot want to help you more than you want to help yourself.
That's it.
It's like not a friend, but I had to do that with a cousin.
My cousin too.
We were out and I saw like a bruise on her arm. So I pulled the guy to the side. We had, I think it was at L House or something. So I pulled him out. Hey man, let me holler at you on the balcony or whatever it was. I just asked him, what that bruise about on the arm? I know motherfucking hickeys. I ain't no motherfucking hickey. Right on. So, yeah. So, just give them a little warning. Hey man, whatever y'all do, y'all argue, that's all fine. But once it get physical, that's what the problem is.
Right.
So I just want to make sure that shit can't happen again. So they go back and forth. Obviously, they got some restraining orders was involved or whatever. So they had to go their separate ways. But yeah, you definitely. I can't keep on coming and touch this motherfucker up if you keep on running back to him. It's like the fuck.
Right.
Like I'm gonna get the first one off.
Right.
That's just the man that I just got. Let me get my rocks on. Let me go ahead and have this shit right. But like when it comes repulsive and repetitive, it's like no.
It get to the point like you gotta help yourself. Like you gotta want. I can't want you out of this relationship more than you want to be out of this relationship. If you want to be in this relationship, it does me no good. Like wanting you out. Like that's the point you need to get like real help. Like you need to go talk to somebody. It may be some deep rooted issue that you have to go talk to somebody about where you feel like you're this low on yourself, or your self-esteem is this low, or you feel like you deserve this type of treatment from a human being, which which no human should actually have to go through. So I mean, that's why I think it's a deep rooted issue that you may need to get like professional help, like like because whether you gotta go like what's some I don't know the correct vernacular. Abusive women's shelters, like abusive women's shit, something like that. Something like that. I don't really know that close enough. That's what I'm saying. Like something like that. Where it be like a group like this. Just women's show. Yeah, okay, women's show. Okay, my bad. Yeah, okay, one of them. But yeah, just I mean,
about the Helen Keller.
Or that running Bobby, you go that way.
The Anne Frank house. I got you.
But something like that. Just go talk to somebody. If you feel more comfortable around, talk to other females. It may be she don't feel comfortable talk to me as a guy, because she may feel like all guys in her past life may have treated her a certain way. So she may have a problem opening up to a male companion, whether it be your friend or not. So I mean, that could be another issue that she may have to cross. She may feel more comfortable talk to a female who probably went through it or went through it and came out on the other side. So she may be able to relate to her more. She may be open up to her more, and she may be able to help her. So I mean, but I know some people when they constantly get abused by the opposite sex, they see them as an enemy, or they see them as as somebody who's always been against me. So I mean, that could be one of the reasons too. So, but
just I would just ask to stop risking the freedom of the man in your life and your family or whatever for a situation that you're not going to leave. Like, come on.
I'm not catching up.
Exactly.
I'm gonna leave him. I'm through with him. I'm through. You right back.
I call you again. I call you next time. What you doing? I'm about to call you back.
You already know.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess closing out. What advice would you all give to a Black woman who does not feel protected, or a Black man who is witnessing a situation where he needs to make a change? So y'all can take a pick, whichever one y'all would like to. What advice you would give? But repeat that. What advice would you give to a Black woman who does not feel protected, or to a Black man in a situation where he knows that he needs to make a change?
Me, for starters, me being the eldest of 3 kids, I have a little sister, and man, the household used to be with my mom, single mom. So for me, speaking from my perspective, I'm all about protection. So I gave my mom a gun while I'm going away. I think I really truly believe like this day and age, like especially Black women need to be bare arms. Period. always got a pack. Like no matter what, I'm a firm believer in that. Even back in the day, a lot of people don't know. It was black women with rifles, shotguns. You protecting the household back in the Black Panther Party. I mean, it's in our history. It's in our DNA. It's nothing. I know some people don't like guns, but I think if you educate yourself on bearing arms or doing it the right way, concealing wherever it may be, like you find it is, day and age you can't always. I hate to say it. Right now, it's hard to rely on every black man that you come across. Mm-hmm. It's getting to the point to where you see these videos and movies, so it's really hard for me to sit here and say, help is on the way. Mm-hmm. It may be far in between where you may see a king step up, protect his black queen. If you're in a relationship, you don't do that shit. I hope she leaves you that night. Mm-hmm. Period. So, but for me, like I said, that would be my first thing to tell, a black queen is to bear arms. Get you something to protect it, whether it be OC spray, a taser, a gun, anything to protect yourself. In case of that, I'm not saying go out there and just let a nigga out and just unload the clip. If you got a hot hand, you might not want to carry it. That's straight up though. If you a hot hand, you might not want to carry it. But exactly, go to non-lethal route. But still, that's something I would tell them, and just don't get down on all us, guys, all the black men. We're not all ain't shit niggas. It is some kings out here who gladly protect you. I know it's far in between. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. I don't want you to lose hope and all that. It is something out here like me and myself. And my dude right, it is some, and my dude behind the camera, it is some that will protect you. But I can't speak for every man out there. It's the mindsets. But just hold faith. Keep it trucking and protect yourself.
I would definitely. Did I say
no?
I would definitely say to the women, if you feel like you deserve better, you do. If there's ever a doubt in your mind, you do. Grab on to somebody that you trust, whether it's a brother, father, grandparent, uncle, a friend, co-worker, whatever, and just confide in them, find some type of guidance. And just take baby steps in. As far as the men, it's just you got to take it back to elementary school. Treat people how you want to be treated. Treat that woman how you want somebody to treat your sister, your mother,
or
if you have
a daughter, whatever the case is. It's real simple. It's truly simple.
It's so simple, but it's so make it so complicated.
Absolutely.
And it truly is. It's just you don't have to degrade our black women to pretty much prove a point, or because you feel embarrassed, or because you got shot down. It's bigger than all that, man. It's not that deep. But
to go back on Booda, I also agree with you. Definitely find somebody to talk to. Get out of the situation that you're in. Absolutely. Take some time for yourself. If that situation you didn't feel protected, you definitely lose yourself in those situations. I mean, bad. So you need to try to build yourself back up. Right. Get your self-confidence back. Get your self-esteem back up. Exactly. Dress up, go out, take yourself out, do what you need to do. Surround yourself with those people that actually do love you. And they're going to show you that.
Like you said, get away to find yourself.
Right.
Exactly.
Get to know yourself.
However much time you need, take that time.
Yeah.
Don't rush back into nothing else because you just want to go back into the same situation. Might be with a different person, but just going to jump right back into the same situation.
Get peace, like I said. Fall back, get your peace.
Definitely
find yourself, find your peace. Get all that toxic. You get away from all that toxic. All that toxicity, all that negativity. Get back to.
Learn how to be alone.
That too.
Exactly.
You good? No, you good. You're right. Learn how to be alone. Build yourself back up. Build yourself up confident. Dress up. Get back to what you used to do before you got one. That's another thing people need. That's another thing.
Definitely self out when they do that.
Stay with what you used to do before you got with them. Have time, your me time. Whether it just be going to get your nails done, your facial massage, whatever it may be. Whatever your what's the word I'm looking for?
Happy place.
Yeah, happy place. Whatever it may be, we'll go shopping. Yeah, where we go shopping, just going up somewhere, the beach. Like I like going. Like I'm a beach. I love being around water. So that's my thing. I love being around water. I love just going feel the breeze, hearing the water crash. Yeah, that's my thing. It's always been like ever since I was a little kid. I grew up around water. That's always been my escape. Just go out there, clear my head by myself, sit on my car, on the wall, whatever, and just look out into the water and just, it helps you clear your head. It helps you get rid of a lot of things. So that's my thing.
Okay. So then my advice to everybody would be to get therapy. Obviously, that's speaking from a place of privilege for people who couldn't afford therapy, but there are also scholarships options for people to pay for it. There's ways to get free therapy. Do your research. And then before we get out of here, how can everyone find you if you want them to find you? If not, feel free to skip.
All right. Can I add something to the therapy?
Yes.
Even if you're like uncomfortable with going to the traditional therapist, the office, therapy can be anywhere. Therapy can be a best friend.
It can be somebody that's a good listener.
A journal.
You don't always have to.
I used to be like that. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you what I used to be. I'm gonna tell you my thing. Ain't nothing like that. I used to jot down some stuff. I used to write.
And that's not knocking professional because I feel like everybody should see a professional. But it's baby steps if you don't feel comfortable jumping straight into that.
A stranger, you tell you going, some people do that. Yeah, you're right. Some people do that. Like, go and tell a total stranger who have no idea. Like, also, you may want to go to talk to a African American there.
Yes,
absolutely. Who may know your struggle through your community, how things operate in the Black community. Yeah. I'm not knocking, our Caucasian, counterparts, but at the same time,
advocate for Black therapy.
Me too. I just feel like when you go to somewhere like that, they understand, they grew up and they understand that you can connect with them more, and they understand where you're coming from and the Black community exactly. So, but that's just me.
All right. Any other comments? No.
Nope.
All right. So where can everyone find you if you want to be found?
Me, all social media, Booda Davis, BOODADABIS. How about me?
Y'all can just find me in the comments.
All right. Comments. Robyn, are you awesome?
If you could. Shawty23 _ on Instagram.
Wait, baby, slow it down.
Shawty #2 sweet _ Instagram.
All right. And then again, my name is Destiny. I am on Instagram as Desi Dion, and that is DESID. Wait, DESIDIONE _
You sure?
I'm sure. All right. Thank y'all for joining us on this episode of You're Safe Here. We will catch you next time.